Good evening, everyone. How you doing? Thank you for having me here tonight. I know it's getting late in the evening, but I'm going to invite you all to come for a walk with me in my shaky shoes to help see the ability and disability. I remember as a kid watching the other students play hockey or softball. Well, I broke out in a sweat just trying to catch a gently tossed ball. This was difficult for me. I wanted so much to play sports with the other kids. School was tough for me. I couldn't do any handwriting with a pencil because of my fine motor skills. So I had to use a primitive computer the size of a microwave, a scribe that I would tell what to write and draw things, and my mom's dedication evenings and weekends. It was tough, even expensive, but we made it work. Was this really how life was going to be, living with spastic cerebral palsy? I sure hope not. Fortunately, I had parents who did not give up hope or the power to make a difference. Parents who took the diagnosis and kind of forecast that I may never drive a bicycle or a car as a best guess rather than a guaranteed outcome. As you may expect, dealing with the other students was one of the hardest things. They bullied me, mocked me, even physically abused me. Can you imagine being punched just for being you? That's what I was. And the school bus drive home was the hardest. The school bus driver could only do so much while trying to keep that big yellow school bus between the ditches of those bumpy, windy Nova Scotian roads. As soon as I walked through those orange doors of the school bus, I ran off the bus, all smiles, went to my happy place, the farm. First stop was my giant pumpkin patch, which I went to check on my 800-pound beauty. It never failed to put a smile on my face. Not far beyond my pumpkin patch would be my grandpa. He never seemed to have a bad day, no matter how much challenges he ran into running a farm. Today at 92, he still lives in his house alone, on the farm. I plan to be that active when I'm 92. How about y'all? In the last 15 years, more or less since moving to Calgary from farther east, there's the 800-pound beauty, I've really found my freedom vehicle, my bicycle, which I ride all 4 seasons of the year. In the summer, I ride my mountain bike and my road bike, usually several thousand kilometers. And in the winter, you'll find me somewhere in the Rockies, usually Van Ferny Radium, on my fat bike. I'll drive 3 hours just to ride my bike 1 hour. In November 2020, I was riding my fat bike in Lake Louise on this big wide trail called the Great Divide. I was having the best day, and then a gentleman cross-country skiing stopped me. He said, "Did you know you're destroying our trail? Fat bikes are made for narrow mountain bike trails. This is a cross-country trail." And I said, "Well, the rules say otherwise, and if you look behind me, I'm not touching your trail." Back and forth, I explained these narrow trails don't work for me. That because of my balance, I need wide trails. Well, back and forth, we parted ways, and that's that. He made me sad on the trail. But then I wake up the next morning to a blog in Skier Bob's ski blog. Some of you may have heard of Skier Bob. There was the guy, he had wrote in about my encounter. He told Skier Bob how I couldn't ski because of my balance, and I took passion into taking care of the trail. He went from against me to supporting me. The next morning, through social media, I got a message from a volunteer at Rocky Mountain Adaptive. Rocky Mountain Adaptive is a charitable organization that helps people with physical and neurodivergent challenges adventure in the mountains. Carol said, "You can ski. Come ski with Rocky Mountain Adaptive. Sign up for our Try It program." I said, "You're crazy. My toes don't line up with my knees. I can't do the snowplow. I'm just gonna straight line down the hill every time and crash." She said, "Nonsense. Come try it." On March 28, 2021, I showed up at Sunshine Village, super early, super terrified, but I was apparently going skiing. My instructor, Nick, met me at the bottom of the gondola. We went up together, and my friends had joined to make it less scary. After getting my ski gear and skiing on the bunny hill, by afternoon we realized I did best without riggers. You see them here. Poles with little skis on the end to give you a little balance. By the end of the day, I was figurating around a little course he made for me. I couldn't believe I was skiing. I couldn't wait to do it again. But guess what? COVID spiked up, and I couldn't ski again until that spring. Fall came, and me and Nick went back off opening weekend. I continued regular lessons throughout that next winter. A highlight for me was I had been having trouble getting off the lift. When I get off, I fall. They'd have to stop the lift. Everyone saw me. But one day, one afternoon, after falling all morning, I got off all by myself. Which was great, but what was even more impressive was the lifty on the Wolverine lift noticed, and he jumped out of his house, yelling and saying, I tell this story not because I want to be celebrated, but to me, this is an inclusion moment. He realized what I was doing, what Rocky Mountain was doing, Rocky Mountain Adaptive, I should say, and he celebrated that. And he will take that through the rest of his lifting job and probably through the rest of his life. Let's see if I can. So that's the first time skiing. Mask included during COVID. Then this past winter, I continued to do regular lessons, progressing from green runs to blue runs, and even during a powder day, I did a black run. For me, this was huge progress. And then this past January, I got to ski with my friends in the absence of an instructor. That's the day skiing changed for me. It became from kind of lessons to a social thing. Just like every time you all ski, it's a social thing. So that changed everything. And then that's me and a couple of my friends going up the lift in Fernie. A few weeks ago, I got to take part in an all-mountain camp for people with disabilities at Sunshine Village. This all-mountain camp included some of the best instructors from Alberta and BC. And I got to do my first race train. Here we go. I was amazed by doing this, something I've watched on TV, never dreamed I'd do. And I watched para-athletes from the Winter Games. They showed me how it was done, and I was inspired to do better. So I worked hard at this, and just after one day, and every good racer has a fall. But that mountain camp really changed everything for me. I had always wanted to take part in sports camps with people of similar abilities, but they didn't exist where I was. So that was just awesome. And throughout this whole process of skiing, I worked with a personal trainer that taught me how to get off the lift just by strengthening in the gym. He taught me how to get up when I fell down, which never happened, of course. And he taught me balance, something I haven't worked on for a long time. And these skills not only help me ski, but they help me through the rest of my life. And I think what people don't understand is people with disabilities are often segregated. They're told they can't do the same things non-disabled people can take part in. I still get bullied today, but by accessing these adaptive sports and including everyone, it not only improves our physical health, but it improves our mental health and our confidence that we can take out through all parts of our life. I'm better at my job since skiing. I'm a better friend, advocate, and community member. So as we look at outdoor teaching, I'm far from the expert like all these people, but it's essential that we include everyone. Look at ways that we can include people with disabilities, because often they do the same things, just in a slightly different way. And by including them, they can take the skills we teach them through all parts of their lives and become better community members. And I think that's what we're all trying to do, build a better community together. Thank you.